Hey, what's going on? You back with another session of Hood Talks TV, man. And you with your boy J-Rock the Plug, man. Today we gonna be touching up on the topic when I broke my neck. Yeah. That shit, it's crazy. Yeah, I done been through it all. I broke all this shit. My fifth and sixth vertebrae. That's how you say it, vertebrae. But I broke my fifth and sixth vertebrae. That's why I got the scar on my neck. They had to go do surgery on me and all kind of extra shit. But yeah, man, let's tap into that, man. I say I was in high school at the time, and it's a fucked up time too. For the simple fact is, nigga, you gotta go. Nigga, I had to go to school with that with a neck brace on. I had to go to school with it. I'm in the school looking like I'm stiff to the motherfucker. Niggas outside know me and shit. But that ain't stopped nothing. I was still in the clubs. I was still getting into shit. I was still, you feel me? Like, I was 16. I ain't know no better like shit. I wasn't finna let that stop me. But yeah, though, yeah, man, I was going to Hershey, man. I was 16 years old. And shit, all I know is, one day, man, I'm with my homeboys. And they stayed up the hill from where I stayed at. So I go to their house and shit. We used to meet up at their house like every day. So I go to their house. And I get there, and at first I'm sitting there chilling in the car with my homeboy brother, with my other homie. We always homies, but I'm sitting with his brother. So boom, we in the car smoking. It's me, my nigga, couple of my niggas, nigga Feezy, Bird, Coop, who do. Next thing I know, this nigga Coop talking about going swimming. He like, man, fuck that class, let's go swimming. These niggas like, nigga, we finna hit a block. My nigga had his Delta 88, his white Delta 88 at the top and shit. You know, we young and shit. But, he was like, nah, fuck that nigga. We finna hit a block, nigga. He was like, you coming? I like, nah, nigga, I'm finna go swimming. I'm finna go with class. And, you know, like, shit, we stayed in the hood. So, like, at the end of the day, they had, like, one of them big-ass blue pools. One of them, you know. So, the water had finished, you know, getting up in there and everything, like it's damn near full and shit. So me and class start jumping in that motherfucker. We just start jumping in, you feel me? Doing all kind of wild ass shit, trying to outdo each other, just crunk, hype, just trying to do some shit. So I remember hearing the car peel off, bro and them peeled off. So I'm like, yeah, nigga, we'll do, class come from the alley. He run from the alley to the pool and do something, jump in that motherfucker, do something. So I'm like, oh yeah, watch this. So my dumb ass, I run from the alley. The alley like 30, 40 feet back that way. I run from the alley. I'm talking about I'm running fast and motherfucker, fast as I could. I get to the pool and I ain't know what I was gonna do till I got there. When I got to the pool, I'm like, fuck it. I'm finna just do a gainer. Like, you know what I mean? Just jump in this bitch and do a backflip in that hoe. Man, when I jumped off the ground and I turned and flipped, I just got scared while I was in the air, while I was upside down. I'm talking about like I got scared for some reason. I can't even tell you that reason to this day. Like I got scared for some reason and just paused in the air upside down and went straight down. Boom. As soon as I hit the pool, I went straight down and landed on my neck, just like that. So I landed on the motherfucker, and it, you know, it kind of hurted when I did it, but you know, I'm not really paying it on mine. You know what I mean? I'm thinking I probably just sprung something or, you know, just did a little something. So me and class, we still jumping in the pool. I jump in the pool like 3-4 more times, not even knowing that my shit was broke. I'm just doing shit, still jumping in the pool, but the pain got unbearable. It was something just like wasn't right. I'm like, damn, this shit kind of hurting. So I told class, I'm like, man, I'm finna lay down for a second. I lay down, shit. Motherfucking lay down, trying to turn my head each way and shit. And I was like, man, fuck this, I'm finna walk home. I was finna walk home. And his mama said, I'll take you home. So I'm like, all right, cool. So she ended up taking me home, and class went with us and shit. So we end up getting to my house. I walk in the house and I just lay on the couch. I tell my mama, I was like, mama. And one thing it was, I wasn't trying to go to school the next day. I hated school. I ain't never want to go to school. I don't know why. I just didn't want to go to school. So I'm telling my mama, I'm like, mama, my neck hurt. I'm really trying to get an excuse not to go to school the next day. But she take it to the stream, you know, like how mamas is, like, what's wrong with you? You want me to call an ambulance? And I'm playing it out good, like, yeah. You call an ambulance, I know I ain't going to school tomorrow. So she ended up calling the ambulance, and the ambulance will come. They pull up. They, you know, ask me questions and shit. I'm telling them what happened and all that. Next thing I know, I'm in the stretcher going out the door. You know what I mean? Going out the door. Getting in the ambulance, whatever. They take me to the hospital. I get to the hospital, they get to running all kind of tests on me. Like, they get to running all kind of tests on me. They want me to motherfucker stay this way, hold this up this way, do this, ooh. You know, I do it all. I end up going back to the room. And I'm in a room with my mom and them, you know, I'm just looking at, like, it didn't seem like the pain. It didn't seem like I broke my neck or nothing, you feel me? Like, because it wasn't that excruciating pain like that. So I'm just sitting there talking and shit to my mama and them, you know, hoping they gonna tell me something so I can stay out of school for a few days. And next thing I know, the doctor come in there. And he was, you know, he had a little fall and shit. He come in there. And he was like, yeah. And I stand up when he come in there. He was like, you know, sit down, you know, type shit. So I sit down. And he was like, man, I ain't gonna lie. It ain't no easy way to say this. But you broke your neck. And me, it shocked me. When he said that, like, I got scared. I'm like, nah, I ain't break my neck. Like, nah. He was like, man, trust me. I'm a doctor. This is what I do. Your neck is broke. You broke your 5th and 6th vertebrae. So I'm like, a tear just fell. Like, I got scared. Like, I don't know what it was, but I got scared or something, nigga, and a tear just fell. And I just got up, and I was like, well, I'm going to take my chances at home. I'm taking off the robe. He was like, nah, man, listen, if you walk out that door, you're going to die. Or you're going to be paralyzed. I don't know how you're not already paralyzed. He was like, but if you walk out that door, you're going to die. I was like, I'm going to take my chances leaving then. And then my mama and everybody trying to stop me. No, don't go. You need this. And what really had me scared is when they came back and they was like, yeah, you're going to have to go through this surgery, and only one out of 15 people make it through it. And I'm like, oh no, so you telling me that it's a chance that I'm not even going to make it through the surgery? I'm like, oh no. So that scared me even more. But they convinced me, and they talked me into it. And I went on with it. So I know I end up going to do surgery. My brother this nigga been locked up since, like, we first got locked up when we was like 5 and 6 or 6 and 7 or some shit like that. And this nigga ain't never been out of trouble since. He just been on a repeat. You know what I mean? Me on the meanwhile, you know, I try my best to dodge all trouble. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, my brother was supposed to be going to TYC at the time. TYC is like a baby prison, like what they send you to. You know, you get sent off and you go do like a year, you know, some change or whatever, or juvenile life as they call it. But he was supposed to get sent off, go to TYC. This nigga done fucked up all his chances. He ain't had no more chance. He done did so much. But when I had broke my neck and when I went in surgery, they end up letting him out. They let him out on the strength for I broke my neck. So they was like, you know, go be with your brother type shit. So, bro, all I know is when I get out of surgery, I come out of surgery, and bro walk in. He was like, man, what's up, bro? What's up? You know, all funny and shit. What's up, bro? Man, you alright there? I'm like, yeah, shit, I'm straight, you feel me? And I'm kind of feeling happy and shit, because, like, everybody trying to care for you and shit. Now you get your 5 seconds of fame right now. So, yeah, you know, I'm talking to bro and shit. And, bro ended up telling me, he was like, yeah, man, some niggas talking about they you gotta see them or something. When they see you, you gotta see them. Something about you broken somebody's house and you broke in their house and fell out a 2-story window. Broke in somebody's house and fell out a 2-story window. This is what they tell me. And stole some watches and Jordans and shit. And after I fell out a 2-story window broke my neck, I supposedly still had carried all this shit, whatever supposed to be, watches, Jordans and shit like that. Shit that I already had at the time. I already had that shit. But he was like, yeah, these niggas talking about this. So I'm like, man, nigga, I ain't studying that, because I know how I broke my neck. Like, me and my homies was there. Like, I know how I did it, so I'm not really even studying it. So I'm like, yeah, all right, you know, bro end up seeing the niggas, you know, they wasn't trying to do nothing with him. They steady talking about what they gonna do to me and shit. So I end up leaving the hospital in like 3 days. I left the hospital in like 3 days. And I was able to walk and shit, you know, like they had to go in my hip, take a bone out of my hip, put it in my neck with some more shit. But, rods and screws and shit. But I end up getting out the hospital. As soon as I get out the hospital, you know, they put a neck brace on me. You know, you can take it off, you know, clean my wounds, clean my neck and shit, put it back on, you know what I mean? And they told me, like, don't take this off. You keep this on type. So I'm like, all right, cool, you know, no problem. But just like I was saying, I gotta go to school with this motherfucker on. You hear me? That ain't stop shit. I'm all at school with it. I'm in the clubs with it. I was 16 in every club you could name. Yeah, we was thugging. But we used to goddamn go to the club. I used to, nigga, y'all ain't leaving me out. Soon as we take a picture, I take that bitch off and get in the picture. Stiff neck and all. Just be in the picture. Just be in the picture with a stiff neck like a motherfucker. Finish taking the picture, put my neck brace back on. I'm in the club with it. Swear to God, they let that stop nothing. The niggas who know, they gonna be laughing when they see this shit. But yeah, so, you know, that really ain't stopped nothing. You know, I was still out here thugging through. A couple months afterwards, I think it was a month or 2 months afterwards, I guess it, you know, like, no, it was like 6 months after it. 6 months after it healed up, everything was good. I end up getting snuck by a nigga. This nigga ran from the street and snuck me. And I'm thinking like, damn, if you did all that and, you know, you had a running distance and everything, like, you should have re-broke my shit. It's only been 6 months. Man, that nigga didn't do shit. I hit that nigga one good time. Fought that nigga went straight to scooping me. But yeah, that's another story too. But yeah, man, I was just here to tell y'all, man, that's how I broke my neck. Yeah, some niggas call me retarded for doing that stupid ass shit in that little ass pool. But hey, I was 16, shit, I was just doing shit. What you expect, shit, I mean, nigga, I ain't have all the knowledge a nigga got now. I'd be like, nigga, dumb. But yeah, man, y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Fuck with your boy, man. I'm out.